Look, this channel is usually about saxophones, clarinets, violins, cellos, and all the like, but there's one instrument that always belongs in the classroom, and I'm going to tell you about it. It is the Roland LX705. Stick around.
Hi, this is Ted with Alamo Music Center in beautiful downtown San Antonio, Texas.
And my name's Andrew, and I want you to visit us at alamomusic.com, where you can visit and see all the instruments we're going to be talking about today, including the Roland LX705.
You know, I'm glad that I'm here on your channel, the Band and Orchestra channel.
Yeah, man.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And when you asked me to do this, I thought I'm going to be prepared.
You going to be prepared? You got
I'm going to
stuff?
show you something about this piano channel, dude.
What's up?
I brought my props because I'm on your channel. I'm going to show you what I have.
What do you
How
mean?
many
They're not called
piano
props?
players do you know that have their own personal stuff?
I don't know, man. You leaving them read on the mouthpiece?
Well, I don't play. I just
Okay,
enough
so we
to
got-
sell it.
We got clarinet, soprano saxophone. Yeah?
Yep.
Gotta be careful with the read. We got alto sax mouthpiece. This is a Yamaha. Yeah, Yamaha 4C. Heck yeah, with the Rovner lid.
Good stuff. And then I have run-of-the-mill, found on the floor, put it under a butane burner and cleaned it mouthpiece so I can at least get a sound out of something.
Absolutely. And you got
So-
the onyx finish.
No, I used to have to be able to play a scale on these when I worked in MI.
That's cool.
And the problem is it's people like, did you bring a mouthpiece? No, I didn't. Well, I got one, but you can't use it. You'll have to
Right.
listen to me attempt to play it, and which will be good because it'll be painful for you. Usually they love to come back with their own mouthpiece.
Oh yeah, they want to prove that we can do this.
This only shows that I know that these work.
That's right. Well, let's talk about something I know you know, without a doubt, right?
The Roland pianos.
Yeah, man. So I don't know if you guys know this, but recently we have come into the umbrella of Roland. We are now selling Roland products.
Roland piano, complete
man.
line.
Dude, that's amazing. So the LX series, right? Just in general. Well,
The
throw it back
LX
in there.
series is two things I love about these. One, they call it Roland piano. They never use the word digital. They don't
Gotcha.
describe it as a digital piano, even though that's what it is.
Right.
And according to Roland, which has never made an acoustic piano, this is their piano. And
Yeah.
they made it look like a regular run-of-the-mill upright piano, or close to a console piano, or even like a spin-it piano. They have different
Oh, okay.
models.
So it's nice and tight.
Right. The one that we're focusing on today is like the 705. It's kind of like the middle of the line. It's the middle of the road. And it has all the great features, all the good things that you're looking for, but not an exorbitant priced upgrades,
Right.
and not the downgraded version to where it's like, it's not quite good enough.
Gotcha.
What's great about them is that they actually work as a perfect acoustic upright piano for any music teacher, which is choir directors, band directors, stage band,
Yeah.
concert band, all the drum corps, all the embouchure instruments to work on their tones. It's great because most general music teachers in junior high, high school, and portions of college don't want to spend a lot of time having to worry and fret and fume with a digital piano that's got to be plugged in, you got to do this, you got to that. Granted, this needs to be plugged in, but it's so much like a real piano, it's left alone like a real piano.
Right, and that kind of speaks to the features that it comes with, right? I mean, when it comes to an instrument like this, you want to have this, and hey, we live in the future now, man. We're gonna have all these features in one tight package. It's not gonna take up too much room in the room or anything like that. You're gonna need what you need. The teacher's gonna need like certain features, certain basic features, but the consistency in the product is gonna be key.
Well, here's the other thing. I had mentioned there's two things about Roland piano that I like. One was that it's digital. They don't call it that. It is
Yeah.
their piano. The other one is the fact that this instrument has unlimited polyphony. And the first one of these I played was the entry line model.
Okay.
Unlimited polyphony on all the acoustic piano sounds. And I said sounds, not samples, because these are not really samples.
That's cool.
What it is they took the digital floor plan of whatever pianos they have in there. Instead of putting a sample in it, they modeled the actual instrument so that they're getting the instrument to play back exactly like it was like it's an acoustic
Yeah.
instrument. So unlimited polyphony, and I said this in the other video where I reviewed that and a few others with Patrick, is that you can make authentic noise on this piano. It's like, it's not just music.
Yeah.
So if you put the pedal down and you pound on it like 5 or 6 kids at a piano just pounding on it, it keeps ringing and sounding just like that. It doesn't cut off. There's no drop off. It's just like all the strings, all the harp keep getting hit. No other digital piano does that.
That's cool. So like, okay, it's like, say you're a choir director, right? You're in the school and everything like that, and you need to teach voicings, right? You need to teach your bass part, you got your tenor, your alto, and your soprano part, and you want to be able to do that over and over again and everything. What this instrument provides is just like having your own stringed acoustic piano. It's going to have the nice ringing sound.
Absolutely.
And no matter what, you're not going to run out of what I guess would be called data space as far as the sound coming out of the instrument. The computer inside of it is just going to do what you ask.
It generates all the tones.
That's awesome.
And now, the other sounds that are on there, and they have, let me get the name right for their, what they call it. And I have to be careful with this because it has a lot of glare in it. Pure acoustic piano modeling. And they have 12 types of stage settings. So you can say like, this is my reverb, this is my carpeting and all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
You can set up your own room. But the other thing I want to tell you is that the other settings have a 256 polyphony on all the tones. So for example, they have, and they're modeling tones as well. The Tyne pianos, the Fender Rhodes, the Whirlies, all the classic things that are in there are wonderful sounds.
Yeah.
Wonderful reproductions. I mean, it's like you're playing the real thing. And the other thing is that Roland put a lot of time, effort, and energy into designing, engineering, and making that cabinet so that it's like a real piano cabinet.
Yeah.
So that the sound comes from kind of all over. And so if you set this up against the wall or just in the middle of the room, it's going to resonate all the way around like a true acoustic piano. You can tell that the sound is coming from the box.
Right.
But where exactly do you hear a note on a piano? It's coming from everywhere. You know, it's coming from there, but not.
There's a very specific, yeah.
And so
timbre.
And these have that reproduction of that same thing, that same ambiance of getting a piano. So they really do sound like acoustic instruments.
Cool. So
and they play like them. And the other thing you mentioned, choir directors with their 4 parts, it's real easy to just record a passage. Because when I was in school, almost every choir director and band director had to have someone sitting at the piano. I'll do the voicings again. In alto parts, you have to have someone that can at least read the plagal cadences or the 4 or 5 parts that are there, so this guy can direct. I mean, choir directors, when they go out for a performance and they're competing, and the same thing as bands, they don't sit and play the piano unless they're desperate. They want to pay attention to their 4 groups and get them voiced right.
Yeah, and I think, and yeah, do it right? Like the key to this, and I think this is going to be a through line for this whole video when it comes to it, is authenticity.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So when you're going to be, say, like you're a band director and everything like that, you're going to be doing a bunch of different things. You're doing wind ensemble, right? You're doing marching band and stuff like that, but you're also doing stuff, and in our case, like here in San Antonio, you got mariachi, you got jazz band, you got prep bands, stuff like that. And you're talking about all these different, not samples, but sounds that are coming from and stuff like that. Like when we were looking at it on the different kind of sounds and stuff like that, you had the Whirlies, you had the Fender Rhodes, like it was the 76 case and everything like that. And it has that real authentic Korea kind of like hit.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. Like that kind of authenticity is basically for the price point. And we're talking about like baseline this. When we get to the LX705, right? The more capabilities that you're getting and everything for the price point that honestly, it's going to make any band director just tear up.
A 250-watt system in it for stereo, and it also has Bluetooth capabilities.
Hey, okay, cool.
Not just MIDI. But like, say the teacher says, "Hey, listen to this," and he's got rather than listen to it on the phone, you can just project it into there and have that great sound system.
And if you wanted to, you can even go ahead. I know I read this on it. You can record it, like have that recording of just thinking about MIDI and stuff. You can put your MIDI files in there or something like that, or you can do just pure wave files and stuff and still have that kind of speakers.
And it has an adjustable music. It has everything that a music teacher needs, or a practicing musician would want. But here's the point, that this blows everything out of the water for me. when I found this out. It has a 10-year, not just parts and service warranty.
Huh.
It's not just 10-year parts and service. It's 10-year parts and service serviced at your location.
Okay.
Their repair rate is so small on these instruments that they just made it easier to say, hey, it's 10-year parts and service, and we'll go and fix it when and if it ever breaks down.
Okay, so what you're telling me, basically, is if a guy goes and buys it for his program at his school, Roland themselves. Honestly,
You
okay.
hit the nail right on the head. When you said school, you know what that means? School, cross it out, whatever institution goes in there.
Yeah, man.
University, college, church, rehearsal room, practice room, anything, a music studio, a practice studio,
That's right.
a gig. Imagine having, you've got a music venue, and hey, we insist that you have to use the house piano. Well, who's going to argue with that?
Yeah.
And the guy, oh, what if I want to bring in your own stuff? That's fine, but you're not getting paid anymore, because part of our cheapening the paid play here is that you don't have to haul a piano around, you have to use that one. That venue owner, bar owner, or restaurant knows, hey man, in the next 10 years, something go wrong with this thing, just
Right.
come and fix it. And that's what
so
teachers
cool.
want. It's like
Yeah.
a security blanket to go with the purchase.
Well, that's going to be one of the biggest risks and stuff. These features and stuff, they only get so much in a year. And basically with your piano, this is like a 10-year decision that they're trying to make and stuff like that. This is the perfect amount of time to basically have this great working instrument, this authentic piano.
Oh, and this
With tons of different options. I mean, it's going to be great.
300, there's over 332 general MIDI and other sounds. And the ones that they put out, I think they have about 32 or 36 that are their actual sound card.
Yeah.
Whatever. Did I give the name of it before? What do they call it?
Acoustic?
Pure acoustic piano modeling that they have on here. And they also have the PH50, the PHA-50 wood and plastic hybrid keys. And so it plays like an upright piano. It plays really, really well. And I'm sure somewhere in here, we should break and have a listen for some of these sounds when we come back and
Let's check it out.
wrap it up. Well, Andrew, what do you think of that? Didn't mean to interrupt. You were shooting a video. I guess my thing is, what do you think of these sounds? And my guess is, how many band and orchestra type teachers do you know that you have to call and discuss Roland pianos?
Well, I've texted 76 people. This piano, right?
It's a Roland piano.
It's Roland piano and everything like that. What it really brings to the table is not only reliability on a musical sense, an artistic sense. This is an instrument that will allow your program to not only flourish, to grow, it brings reliability. And on this channel and stuff, one of the things that about like these instruments like saxophones, clarinets, flutes, violins, violas, they're made of materials and stuff. And one of the big points I always want to harp on whenever we talk about these instruments is consistency. You want something that is going to perform for you the way it's supposed to.
Right.
And so when it comes to band directors and when they're going in to teach, they need the tool and they need that reliability. And even when you don't, right, you need the reliability on the back end. And Roland's the kind of company that if they're having this 10-year warranty-esque program where they're basically like, yeah, we'll come fix it, just let us know.
I'm not an educator, but I think I know what educators hear when you tell them that about not just the warranty, parts and service, but the on-site fixing. It's like, no problems for 10 years.
That's it.
I'll have a perfectly working, great piano instrument with no problem for 10 years.
It's a well-tracked road with a great company that has just not only that, but the consistency on so many other avenues of music. Not just like with stage pianos. Like for me, I'm a huge fan of their aerophones and stuff, like the 8020 and everything. So like they have this great digital record, and this piano is just the cream of the crop when it comes to it.
We have to remember, Roland is a research and development company geared toward music and electronic products. And so they're really the guys that invent and come up with more stuff than all the other digital keyboard manufacturers. They come up with a lot of stuff because they don't make acoustic pianos, so they have to compete. Think of all the guitar stuff they make, all the amps, everything else. This is just a really wonderful foundational product for them to have. And I'm really super glad, happy, and proud that we have it here at our store.
No, we are so happy to have it. And please tell us what you think. I totally recommend it. If you can come by Alamo Music, try it out. We have the 705, which is what we were talking about today, but we have their entire lineup. The LX700 up to the 706, 707, 708. 708. Those are great instruments. If you want to come and try it out, see if if this is good for your program. And
the 708 is a sure sell because we have one in polished ebony. And the minute you see it, it's like, oh my, what a piano. Then you realize it's a magical Roland piano. It's more than an acoustic.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon if you want to see more content from us. And if you like this little approach we're taking with some other instruments, really appreciate it if you let us know. Thank you so much, and have a good one.